Hello everyone, I am Dr. Rohit, Clinical Operation Manager at DCDC Kidney Care. Today we are going to discuss topic clinical indicator. First of all, what is indicator? Any indicator in any vehicle shows us the path the front vehicle going to take, with which we access our right path. Same as the other indicator, the clinical indicator shows us how we are going to perform dialysis in our unit. Clinical indicator is a quantitative data which help us to access the structure, process and outcome of the patient care. It plays a pivotal role in monitoring the quality health care. Now the second one is how it is captured. It is captured by various methods. What we are using Google Forms. These the data collected in Google Form is backdated or it is 24 hours back data. Now the next is who all are responsible for clinical indicators. It is the responsibility of clinical indicator is divided into two parts. First one is at unit level and second one is at head office level. At unit level, the dialysis medical officers are responsible for the capturing clinical indicator. At head office level, the clinical operation manager, regional managers and infection control nurses are responsible for its capturing and analysis. Now we discuss the each indicators what we capture in our company. Some of the total number of dialysis, KT/V or adequate dialysis of the patients, needle-stick injury, access site infections, blood transfusion, any blood transfusion reaction, or if any patient transferred to the emergency or higher units, etc. So the first indicator is dialysis and new patients. The first indicator is total number of dialysis, in which we capture total number of dialysis performed in an unit in last 24 hours. And the second one is total number of new patients, in which we capture total number of patients registered in unit in last 24 hours. The second indicator is adequate dialysis. First of all, what is adequate dialysis? Adequate dialysis, which KT/V value is 1.2 or more than 1.2. In this indicator, we capture three parts, in which the first one is if the KT/V value is equal to or more than 1.2, KT/V value less than 1.2, and if KT/V not recorded. The next indicator is catheterization. In this indicator, we capture the total number of procedure or catheterization done in our unit. All the procedures which occur in our unit is temporary. As for example, it is femoral, internal jugular or subclavian. The next indicator is access site infection. Any infection that occur at access site is defined as access site infection. The potential site where access site infection can be reported is femoral, internal jugular, subclavian, arteriovenous fistula or perm cath. The next indicator is needle-stick injury. Any wound caused by needle or any sharp object that accidentally punctured the skin. The total number of needle-stick injury occurred in any unit in last 24 hours is recorded as needle-stick injury. The next indicator is adverse drug reaction. Adverse drug reaction is defined as any such reaction occurring to the patient at the normal dose of the drug is recorded under adverse drug reaction. The next indicator is medication error. It is defined as any preventable event that may cause or lead to inappropriate medication use or patient harm, while the medication is in control of healthcare professional or patient. The common causes of medication error is incorrect diagnosis, prescribing errors, dose miscalculation, failed communication, etc. So any mishappening occurred due to medication error is recorded under medication error indicator. The next indicator is adverse reaction. It is defined as any response to a chemical which is noxious or show ill effect on anyone. In our unit, it can occur due to various chemicals we use during dialysis. Renalin, hypochlorite, hydrogen peroxide, etc. So if any adverse reaction occurring due to above chemicals, it can be recorded as adverse reaction indicator. The next indicator is spill. When any fluid fall onto a surface, person or cloth, often unintentionally, is defined as spill. The spill can be biological or chemical. any incidences of spill occurring in unit in last 24 hours is captured under spill. The next indicator is near miss. Any errors that occur in the process of providing medical care that are detected and corrected before any patient or staff is harmed. Some example of near misses are: dialyzer of one patient was identified before using on another. Any such near miss incidents occurred in a unit in last 24 hours is captured under near miss indicator. The next one is patient fall. An unplanned fall onto the floor with or without injury to the patient. These falls may result in fracture, laceration or bleeding. Any such incidents of patient fall in last 24 hours in a unit is captured under patient fall indicator. The next indicator is transferred or refer. The transfer of care for patient from one clinician or clinic to another. The written request from one healthcare professional or service provider to another healthcare professional or service provider, asking them to diagnose or treat the patient further for a particular condition, is defined as patient transfer or patient referred. Due to any complication, if a patient is transferred or referred to another hospital, it can be captured under patient transfer indicator. The next indicator is sentinel events. It is defined as an unexpected occurrence involving death or serious physical or psychological injury or the risk thereof to a patient, visitor or an employee. It can be serious injury, specifically includes loss of limb or function. Any such incidences which are life-threatening and occurring to our patient is captured under sentinel event indicator. The next indicator is mortality. It refers to death. If the death of any patient occurring at our unit is captured under mortality clinical indicator. The last is blood transfusion and complication. A procedure in which whole blood or part of blood are put into patient's bloodstream through a vein is called blood transfusion. Any adverse event associated with the transfusion of whole blood or its component is called blood transfusion complications. The severity of complication may vary from minor to life-threatening. So, if any blood transfusion occurring in our unit is captured under blood transfusion indicator, and if any complication occurred during the blood transfusion process is captured separately as blood transfusion complication. So these are the indicators which we capture in our unit. If you have any doubt or query regarding these indicators, you can connect to clinical operation team. Thank you.